Morning class. Now we take up today's chapter, the atmosphere. Okay. We all know that life on Earth is only and only possible because of various factors. And one among them is the presence of the outer blanket of air called the atmosphere. Okay. Had atmosphere not been there, then the sun's heat would have entered. It enters still, but then excessive heat is blanketed out. The radiations, the harmful ultraviolet rays, etc., have been blanketed out by this blanket of air present all around the earth. Yeah? So let us see the new chapter, The Atmosphere, page 128. The atmosphere is a thick gaseous envelope which surrounds the earth from all sides and is attached to the earth's surface by the gravitational force. So now there is an all around blanket of air which surrounds the earth and it gets attached to the earth because of the gravitational force. Why is this open air? Why is it not getting mixed up with the atmosphere and stay outside? Because the gravitational pull is there from the earth which keeps this atmosphere intact. Here, the atmosphere is a very significant component for the biospheric ecosystem
Ma'am,
as life
ma'am,
on
your
Earth,
voice is lagging.
as life on Earth is only possible due to it. It provides necessary gases for the sustenance of life and also filters the incoming solar radiation, thus preventing the ultraviolet solar rays from reaching the Earth's surface and also protecting the Earth from becoming too hot. It moderates the temperature of the Earth's surface. The blanket of air, the atmosphere, plays a vital role. It not just the ultraviolet rays, but also the direct sun rays entering the earth and burning it up. It acts as a protective blanket to keep the earth warm even when the sun is not there. Sun is always there. Even when the earth is having night time, it is not totally cold. Otherwise, without the sun, the earth would have been a frozen place. But because it's the warmth throughout the day, even the night time, that warmth of the earth remains. Yeah. Apart from that, they are telling you that it is helping in moderating the temperature, regulating. Apart from this, they are telling you that the solar radiations and the harmful rays are checked through this blanket. They are diverted back, and very few rays are able to reach the Earth's surface. Yeah. Now, composition of the atmosphere. That means this whole thing, what is it made up of? What is it made up of? Let's see. Now, the air is a physical mixture of several gases. Number of gases constitute the proper atmosphere. The atmosphere gases particulates. He is bringing his own image in the center. Please do not try and please do not disrupt the class by doing all these things. Okay, so basically, let's see. Atmosphere is made up of basically three components. What are they? Gases, one in the number of gases, number two, vapors, and three, particulates. Let's see the gases. Now, for gases, draw a pie diagram. in. Can you see it? Is it okay? Now that is out there. There are 78% is nitrogen. Seventy-eight percent. Okay. And 21% is oxygen. This is oxygen. 21%. Yeah. Now they are telling you that 99 of the total gaseous composition of the atmosphere. And then if you add them up, they are forming 99% of the country. Yeah? So basically oxygen and nitrogen, they are together forming nearly 99% of the atmosphere. What about that 1%? Now, 1% is this area, 1% is other gases. Now, which are these other gases? These other gases. The remaining 1% is represented by argon, carbon dioxide, neon, helium, ozone, hydrogen, etc. So these other gases, the names of these other gases which are present in minute numbers, very negligible. They are the ones which are here: carbon dioxide, neon, helium, ozone, hydrogen, argon, etc. Now, coming on to oxygen. Oxygen is the most important gas as living organisms inhale it for their survival. We cannot live without oxygen. It is also essential for combustion of burning matter. Let me tell you what is combustion. The combustion means anything to lit up. If you are burning a candle will only burn in the presence of oxygen. If you create a vacuum, or just a second, if you keep a burning candle and you invert a uh, glass jar over it, you will find that after the jar's oxygen has been taken, the flame will extinguish. So that means oxygen is required for any combustion. What is combustion? The burning factor. Yeah. So it is necessary, and then we inhale it. The only gas which we are using for our breathing process to survive is the oxygen, the presence of the oxygen gas. Yeah. So we need to be very thankful for that. It is also essential for combustion of burning matter. The bulk of atmosphere is made up of nitrogen, which acts as a diluent and is generally chemically inactive. So what now? The major portion of it is nitrogen. But nitrogen acts as a diluent. That means it dilutes, okay, and makes the oxygen fresh and good for breathing. Clear? Apart from that, any pollution, any concentration of any extra gas is diluted with the help of nitrogen. Clear? And it is inactive, very inactive gas. It is necessary for the growth of plant life. Now, nitrogen's basic work is it provides manure and all the nitrogen needed for plants to grow. Okay, so nitrogen is a very important gas for plant life. Yeah. Okay, just as the carbon dioxide. It is necessary for the growth of plant life. Carbon dioxide is another important gas used by plants for photosynthesis to make their food. We all have been knowing since ages that plants, in the presence of sunlight, they, with the green coloring matter chlorophyll, they make food for the plants, for themselves. So for the survival and in this whole process, they take in carbon dioxide plants and they give out oxygen. Yeah. So now that means carbon dioxide is essential for plants. Yeah. It absorbs most of radiant energy from the earth and radiates it back to the earth. Thus, it increases the temperature of the lower atmosphere and the earth's surface and is called the greenhouse gas. So now carbon dioxide, it regulates the temperature. Sorry, the green, the plants, they keep a check on the regulation of carbon dioxide and they help in maintaining a perfect balance of temperature on Earth. They radiate back any extra thing which is there, not the plants, they don't radiate. The plants keep a balance and any extra oxygen, carbon dioxide is radiated back to the outer layers of the atmosphere. Okay, and this is called greenhouse gas. Okay, the amount of carbon dioxide released by humans or animals seems to be equal to the amount used by plants, which make a perfect balance. So now, whatever carbon dioxide that we are giving out is used by the plants. They need it in that much water only. But then we are creating havoc on Earth. We are creating disasters on Earth because of cutting down of trees. That means now the carbon dioxide has increased. It is not being used up by plants in so much because the plants are not there. We are cutting them down. Clear? And with the increase in carbon dioxide, there is global warming all around. The greenhouse effect has been shown. Clear? Okay. However, the balance is upset by burning of fuels like coal and petroleum and deforestation. They increase the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, due to which weather and climate are affected. Now, as I told you, with the increase in the use of carbon dioxide, the cutting down of trees and increase in the use of coal, petroleum, etc., the fuels has generated carbon dioxide in huge quantities. And since it is not being used in that return, so it is causing a great threat to our planet Earth. Okay? And there are climate and weather changes occurring because of that. Now, ozone gas absorbs most of the ultraviolet radiation from the sun and thus prevents the earth from becoming too hot. Now, presence of the ozone layer here. Ozone gas, that 1%, one among that, not even 1%, point something. So that gas, it helps in avoiding the ultraviolet rays of the sun reaching the earth. Here, now once the carbon dioxide increases, that means the ozone is not able to do its work properly. And then we have the radiations penetrating the earth. Yeah, so it is we people who are polluting the earth. The atmosphere is getting polluted with the mixture of gases that we are generating from our factories, from our fuels, by burning the vehicles, but by not burning the vehicles, but burning the fuel of the vehicles, and all that extra emission of smoke and dust and everything is polluting the atmosphere, which was so balanced earlier that it had the percentages given here very clearly. Clear? So it is basically the check, which is time that we should check on our working so that we are not taking the earth to disbalance. Okay. Now next is water vapors. Water vapors. The vapor content in the atmosphere ranges between 0 and 5% by volume. Climatically, it is very important for the atmosphere because it creates several forms of condensation and precipitation. Example, clouds, fog, dew, rainfall, frost, etc. Now, water vapors, what are they? They are the molecules of water. Yeah? The steam, as the water evaporates, it reaches up. The particles, when on reaching the higher levels, it is cooler there. These water vapors, which are turned into vapor earlier, they cling down and have moisture, and
they are telling you that water vapors, they could have from 0 till 5% of water content in their molecules, and they are present in various proportions, and thus the water vapors could form clouds, fog, dew, rainfall, frost, etc. Here, now we come on to particulate matter. Third part, other particulates of the atmosphere. Let's see what it is. Dust particles, sand particles, smoke, volcanic ashes, particulate matter in the atmosphere. These particulates help in the scattering of solar radiation, which adds very charming color of red and orange at sunrise and sunset. Now, the various smoke, dust particles, the various things that are volcanic ashes like salt particles, all these are present in the atmosphere in certain proportions. And during the sunrise and the sunset, you must have seen the clouds turning little red in color or the orangish color you see. It is because of these smoke and dust particles present in the atmosphere. They scatter the sun rays and the sunlight falling on the earth, and they give these vibrant colors of red and orange. The sky appears blue in color. Please underline this due to selective scattering of solar radiation by dust particles. And we all know that the dust particles are present in every nook and corner. Yeah. So these dust particles, they help in scattering the solar radiation. And that is why the sky appears to be blue. Please underline this. Salt particles become hygroscopic nuclei and thus help in the formation of water drops, clouds, etc. Now the salt particles, they become, please underline this term, hygroscopic nuclei. That means water content is there along with the salt particle in them, and they appear as a nuclei. The hygroscopic nuclei. Okay, and it acts as a nuclei, and the scattering the and results in water drops and rainfall, etc. Okay, now how much time is left? 2 or 3 minutes. We'll go on to the next heading, structure of the atmosphere. In our next class, I'll just tell you the different layers. The first layer, which is closest to Earth, this one, is called troposphere. This layer is called troposphere. Okay? Then outer to it, this is called stratosphere. Okay? Then after that comes the mesosphere. And then comes thermosphere. Which is divided into ionos and exosphere. So the ones which are closer are ionos, and the ones which are available, they are exos. Get it? Thermosphere is divided into two, or we just, there's a little demarcation of layer, that's it. The ones which are little closer to mesosphere are ionosphere, ones which are little away from mesosphere or exosphere. Yeah. Now we will go into the detail of all these layers once we come to our next class. When are we meeting next? Okay, whenever. Everything's clear till here, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.